She's out to trial. And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch it live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today's a big old Tuesday. Week 6 has officially wrapped up in the NFL with Monday Night Football. Last night, Bills at Titans. And folks, we've done it. We have saved humanity. We have saved the human race. For now, but we'll take that. We upset the machines last night, taking the Titans +6, folks. +6 points. How crazy. It started at +5.5, and we already thought that was great value. And then we checked the final ending line last night, and it was Titans +6. Could you imagine swallowing 6 points if you're taking the Bills and not getting those 6 big old points with the home team on a Monday Night Football game? What were the machines thinking? They got way too cocky. They had us last week taking the Bills +3 over the Chiefs, and they win outright. They covered the spread, all that. The machines were they were right last week, but they got cocky. They were like, you know what, we could get 3, but let's sell 6 points with the Bills. That's how good we feel about the Bills. That's how the machines were feeling betting the Bills. They're like, we can swallow 6, we can swallow 10. Next week it probably would have been Bills -20. And the machines probably would have been a little, out of their gourd a little bit. But we ended up, facing off the machines last night. Absolutely fantastic. So we're back, baby. We don't have to sell the show. We don't have to bow down to the machines. And we don't have to turn over the show to the machines, which wouldn't have been great, I don't think. I don't think it would have been great content if we had a machine running the show. But who knows? Maybe they do now. But either way, We were right, folks. We were right. That's the whole point right here. We know what we're talking about. Titans +6. They went outright. Bingo, bango. We got to break down that game as well. So we're going to be obviously breaking down the game from last night. We got Tight End University Tuesdays here, folks. We're ranking all the great tight end performances. And there were some real good ones. Not a lot. This may be the smallest week of Tight End University, but that doesn't mean that there isn't great stuff to look at. So we'll break down those tight ends as well. And then week 6 is wrapped up in the NFL, so we've got to rearrange our power rankings. Bills were at number 3. The machines forced us to pit the Bills at number 3 heading into this week, but we got something to say about that to the machines, folks. Let me drop in a little bit. So got to reorder the top 10. 2 new teams coming in, 2 teams going out, folks. Now we're starting to get into it. The power rankings haven't been that great the first couple of weeks. Not a lot of movement, but we got some nice movement this week, folks. So got to do all that today on the show, so let's just jump right into it. So let's get into the Thursday night, or Monday night. What are we talking about? The Monday Night Football game here from last night. Bills at Titans, an absolutely great game. Absolutely great. And, this is not a knock to the Bills. The Bills still played very, very well in this game. There is just one cause for concern. Our initial cause for concern with this Bills team this year was not the defense. This defense is so freaking good, folks. Holy cow. Just watching this Bills defense the entire game, it's just, if you were just looking at the pure defensive side, you're like, how did they lose this game? Truly should not have lost this game because this Bills defense is great. So, that was always not one of our concerns about the Bills. We always knew their defense was great, but our first initial concern with the Bills this season was the Bills weren't closing out the doors against the team that they should have closed the door against in the first half. They left the door open against Miami. No Tua. They needed to close that door, put up points, not settle for field goals in the first half. And they ended up winning at the end, but they didn't close the door. And they also did the same against the Texans. Didn't really close the door in the first half, I should say. But then they win against the Chiefs, and that kind of, put us a little at ease. But then, there was still a little concern here, and it showed 100% in this game as well. Not scoring touchdowns in the red zone, settling for field goals. So once again, we're not concerned with the Bills defense, but now we're concerned with the offense in the red zone, not putting up the touchdowns. And once again, we're not worried about this Bills offense. It's just in the red zone portion, folks. When we look at what the Bills did just on their drives yesterday, first drive of the game, they have to settle for a field goal. And we're going to look at all these flounders in the red zone of why they stalled and why they had to settle for a field goal. But let's set up everything before we start breaking down the numbers and the stats and the film and all that. So, first drive, it's a big drive, 13 plays, 74 yards, 6 minutes, 20 seconds taken off the clock, but it only resulted into 3 points. And when I was watching the game, I'm sure it was apparent to y'all because it was kind of jumping out at the screen to me. This Titans team could do nothing in the first quarter. This game was Bills all day, first quarter, all day long. But the Bills not really closing out the door on this Titans team, our initial concern. And we can kind of pair that with, not scoring touchdowns and settling for field goals in the red zone. So the first drive, like we said, ends up in a field goal, but then the Titans have to punt the ball again. Bills punt, but then they get a pick by Ryan Tannehill, and they start at great starting field position at their own 48-yard line. But what happens again? They stall, and they have to settle for another field goal. So a really fantastic first quarter, and they're only up 6-0. That was pure domination by the Bills the entire first quarter, but they left the door open. It's still a one-score game because you couldn't, put up touchdowns, couldn't make it 10-0, couldn't make it 14-0, truly putting on the pressure in squeezing the Titans heading into the second quarter. So what do the Titans do? They go down and score a touchdown, and then all that great work defensively that the Bills had the first quarter just instantly went away. The momentum is gone. The fans are in the game now. Derrick Henry rips off a 76-yard touchdown because that's what Derrick Henry does, folks. Come on, respect the king. Oh my God, I was gleaming, I was cheesing, I was gushing watching this Derrick Henry run. And we're going to watch all of Derrick Henry's highlights because, we'll never get tired of that. It's just truly, folks, I was talking to one of my friends last night, and, we were talking about running backs, and man, oh man, it's just Derrick Henry, just visually watching Derrick Henry. No other running back currently playing stacks up. Like, I like watching these other running backs. I like watching Joe Mixon and Dalvin Cook and all that, but they don't live up to what Derrick Henry does. He is truly in another stratosphere of athletic running backs in this league, folks. So it's just nobody compares to Derrick Henry, so we got to watch his highlights in that 76-yard run, barely touched. Man, oh man, the man is great. Oh my God, I can't wait. But let's get back to our concerns about this Bills offense. So Derrick Henry rips off a big 76-yard touchdown, and now the Titans are up 7-6. Now, this is, why we're still big on the Bills. So overall, we're not bashing the Bills. We're not knocking the Bills. This is still a really great football team, folks. But when we're talking about great football teams to the next level of like elite football teams, can they win the Super Bowl? We know the Bills can get very close to the Super Bowl, but, it's a different thing of getting close to the Super Bowl like they did last year, losing in the AFC Championship game, to winning the Super Bowl. Ask Jared Goff. He got to a Super Bowl, but he could not do anything in there. So that's a different step, and that's what, we should be talking about with this Bills team. This is why we're holding them to this high standard, folks. We say this all the time. We talk about different teams and different players differently depending on their circumstances. In this Bills team, over last season and what they've accomplished already this season, they are now in that elite category that we really need to start picking them apart and going through with like a fine-tooth comb to truly see what this team's about and where their flaws are because they are an elite team. So when we talk about all this stuff, folks, we're still respecting the heck out of the Bills. Please don't take it as disrespect or we're not big on this Bills team or we hate this Bills team or anything like that. They're just at that level where they're great, and we need to start seeing greatness every single play, honestly. But this is why we don't have the concern with the Bills. After the Titans go down and score the touchdown, making it 7-6. The Bills answer with the big touchdown drive. They go up 13-7. So they're able to answer. They're able to kind of come up to those big moments and get it done. Not every single time. We saw Josh Allen 4th and 1 at the last play of the game. He can't pick up the QB sneak, unfortunately. So it's just certain situations, folks, not overall totality-wise. So Bills make it 13-7, and then the Titans make it 13-10 with a field goal, and then Josh Allen throws an interception. And what does Ryan Tannehill do with the ball? They score a touchdown off the Josh Allen interception. Now, this interception wasn't really 100% Josh Allen's fault. Edge rusher coming off the side, kind of hits his arm, hits the ball as he's throwing, and it kind of gets tipped up. So that's not on Josh Allen, but the Titans score 7 off the turnover. And once again, Josh Allen and the Bills do an incredible job of answering that touchdown right before halftime and going into halftime with a 3-point lead. But remember that turnover, and then the Titans score a touchdown, because we're going to have a Ryan Tannehill interception in the second half. And once again, the Bills, they settle for a field goal. But here we go. In the third quarter, first drive out of halftime to truly, once again, close the door. You already have a 3-point lead. Scoring a touchdown makes it a 2-possession lead. That's what we're talking about with the Bills. Get that lead nice and high. Feed off of that momentum of you scoring. In the first drive out of halftime, they have to settle for a field goal. And what do the Titans do? Once again, score a touchdown, retaking the lead, making it 24-23. So not closing out the door, not scoring in the red zone. That's our only concern for the Bills here. And then the Bills, once again, the answer. We've got no problem with the Bills answering, because they go down and score a touchdown of their own, and they get the 2-point conversion, right? They got the 2-point conversion here. And then Josh Allen gets the 2-point conversion. Now they're officially up 7, and Titans settle for a field goal. Where was this interception at? This is what I want to talk about. I thought it came later. It came earlier. My apologies. But once again, the Bills, the first quarter interception by Ryan Tannehill, they only settle for a field goal where Ryan Tannehill turned that turnover to a touchdown. And that was kind of a little bit of the game right there. It's only a 3-point game. That field goal off the interception, you lose 4 points off of that. That's kind of the game a little bit. If you want to kind of track how the game turned down to one play and all that, that's the play right there. That's the drive right there. That first quarter drive that's resulted in a field goal after the Ryan Tannehill interception. So you've got to make your opponents pay with touchdowns off of turnovers. We say this all the time. Look at what happened last year in the NFC Championship game. Bucks, Green Bay. Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions, and Aaron Rodgers can only cash in on 1. And then they lose close. You must make them pay. Get that momentum back. Fuel your offense. Fuel your defense, but the Bills just not doing that. So then we go into the fourth quarter, and then the Titans retake the lead 34-31, and then we've got the, Josh Allen on first down, unfortunately, or on 4th down, 4th and 1 from the 3-yard line. QB sneak, slips instantly and can't get any push. So unfortunate there. And I've got no problem with the call. I like the aggressive call there by Sean McDermott. You can tie the game. Should you have tied the game right there? I don't know. It's 4th and 1. I mean, it's Josh Allen. He's a big, beefy quarterback. He hits the QB sneaks all the time. Just unfortunate, just couldn't get it this time. So just a close game lost here by the Bills, and this is what we're talking about. Close games, not getting it done in the red zone. And let's talk about these red zone stats here, folks, because putting these numbers in perspective, this is what we're talking about. The numbers are backing up our concerns, and we've been talking about these concerns for the last couple of weeks here. Last week when they beat the Chiefs, everybody kind of forgot about those concerns, but they re-showed up right here. We know the Chiefs, all those turnovers, the Bills defense, once again, the Bills defense creating all those turnovers, fantastic. But let's break down the numbers here. So here we go. Bills in the red zone. They had 24 trips inside the red zone, which is basically the most in the league here. We see another team, the Chargers, also have 24 red zone trips. Absolutely great. So once again, we're not worried about the Bills offense in totality. It's this specific instance kind of in the red zone basically right here. So the Bills, 24 trips inside the red zone. They have a 100% score rate, which which is fantastic, scoring every time in the red zone. But our concern, settling for field goals, they only score a touchdown on 58% of those red zone targets. So about 12 of the 24 resulting in a touchdown. And you may say, well, that's good, but look at it compared to everybody else around the league. It is so low. They are the highest in trips, but lowest in touchdown completions here, or touchdown efficiency in the red zone. We get Arizona at 71% touchdown scoring in the red zone. Atlanta's even at 68%. Baltimore's at 68%. Carolina, Sam Darnold is at 61%. 61% Sam Darnold in the red zone? Come on. Josh Allen in this Bills offense, schematically, play calling. Sean McDermott, we're going to talk about him in a second as well. This is the entire offense, folks. We're not nitpicking on one person, one player, or anything. It's the collective of the Bills offense here in the red zone that is questionable. Chicago 61%, Cincinnati 80%, Cleveland 57%. Who's their quarterback? Baker Mayfield. He's getting made to look like a clown in the national media. Same numbers with the Browns. That's nowhere where the Bills want to be. Dallas at 60%, Denver's at 42%, but that's with Teddy Bridgewater, so that's given as well. You don't want to be compared to Baker Mayfield and Teddy Bridgewater at this current moment, and so far the Bills offense in the red zone is kind of like those two. Who else do we got here? Indianapolis, oh my goodness, 36%. Once again, Carson Wentz, trash. Somebody you don't want to be compared to. Can't get it done in the red zone. We get Jacksonville at 64%. Kansas City at 70%. The Chargers at 62%. The Rams at 59%, which is a little surprising. Also a little concerning as well. Not getting it done. Matthew Stafford and company not getting it done. So once again, we see great teams with this same cause for concern right here. Once again, we're not knocking the Bills overall, but it is a concern. We got the Saints at 92%, the Giants at 40%. They're abysmal, so you don't want to be anywhere close to that, like we're saying. Philly's at 64%. The Steelers are at 60%. Granted, they only have 10 trips, but overall, the numbers, folks, the percentage-wise numbers. So the Bills are very, very low, bottom of the barrel, getting it done, scoring touchdowns in the red zone. That's our big concern. And we're going to watch the plays in a second to see, is it the offensive play calling? Is it Josh Allen? Is it the receivers? Is it Sean McDermott? We're going to try and figure that out with the plays there that we've picked out. But let's bring it back a little bit full circle to say that, hey, these concerns were kind of lingering last year as well, because when we just look at, we know this Bills offense is great. They're putting up the points, right? That's all everybody was talking about in the first kind of 5 weeks here up until this loss. It's going to be interesting what the media says this week. We'll pay attention to it and we'll report back to y'all. Also, we'll see what y'all are saying as well. I want to see how y'all are kind of, breaking down this game and what you're taking away and all that. But we digress. Last season, this was the last season with the Bills. Once again, they're scoring a lot of points. Shutting out the Dolphins, shutting out the Texans, putting up like 40 points in each of those contests. Big Bills offense scoring pace is absolutely fantastic. But what happened with the Bills last season in the playoffs? Their scoring kind of dried up a little bit. They still won games and still got the AFC Championship game. Once again, very, very solid team. We're not knocking the team. We can't stress that enough here. But their overall scoring pace truly dropped off. And, this was kind of our thinking and narrative in the offseason. We were kind of thinking, hey, Sean McDermott gets a little bit clammed up in the offensive kind of scheme overall a little bit right here. So here we go. I mean, this was their scoring totals last season. Here we go. This is how many points they were putting up, folks. We're just going to list them off from game by game. Here we go. 27 points, 31, 35, 30, 16, 17, 18, 24, 44, 30, 27, 34, 26, 48, 38, 56. Especially these last 8 games, folks. Look at these point totals. 27, 34, 26, 48, 38, 56. Sheesh. They were putting up points all season long. But then in the playoffs, game 1, 27 points. Nothing great. It's average kind of scoring pace right there. They got the win. Fantastic for getting the win. Game number 2, they only put up 17 points. Scoring's driving up. Not trusting Josh Allen to push the ball down the field. Not putting the ball in Josh Allen's hand. That got you all these points last season. So cause for concern there. Maybe by Sean McDermott not trusting Josh Allen 100% or whatever it is. And then in the AFC Championship game, only putting up 24 points, giving up 38. It was possible to score 38 points, where we know the Bills have no problem scoring 38 points. They've done it 4-5 times last season and got very close to a handful of other times of trying to reach that 38-point total, but they only put up 24. So once again, the offensive scoring, putting up the points, not settling for field goals, putting up the touchdowns, that's still our concern with the Bills, folks, and we just saw it last night again, unfortunately. Now let's just go back. I want to watch some of these plays right here. We've got them queued up. Big plays, big drives, big all of this that we got to break down a little bit and see why they stalled in the red zone and why they settled for field goals. Is it on Josh Allen? Is it on the receivers overall? Is it on the play calling? Or is it just great defense? Are they just getting locked up? Are they not scheming somebody open? Are we putting that on who is the offensive coordinator for the Bills? I know Sean McDermott has a little bit to say in the offense. I know he's not calling plays. Bills play caller, is it Brandon Bean? I think that's right. Let me double check right here before we get into this. Bills playmaker, Bills play caller. Offensive coordinator. I might just go to offensive coordinator. Brian DeBoll. That's right. Brian DeBoll maybe a little hesitant in the play calling, as they get into the playoffs, not wanting to lose the game. Got to keep that aggressiveness. Got to keep up the aggressiveness here of what worked in keeping how you were scoring offensively in season. We just saw it last season, and we don't want that to happen this season as well. But let's see these plays right here. So the first drive up here, the first play we're going to look at, it's the first field goal drive. Why did it stall right here? They got in the red zone. We get a 1st and 10 pass. We get a 2nd and 6 run, and then we get a 3rd and 3 from the 5, a pass incomplete. So let's watch this drive and see what the offense was looking like here for the Bills on their first field goal drive. Here we go. Play action, or not even a play action, just Josh Allen dumps it off right there, and it picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Unfortunately, we don't have the all 22. It is not up yet, but let's see. Was this the right decision? Was there anything else really open? Everything was really covered right there. So just a dump off right there. Nothing. I mean, there was like one route that went like 7 yards down the field. The other 2 routes went like 2-3 yards down the field. So overall, not really aggressive there. And then we're going to get a run here. And I know the run game was good this game for the Bills and all that. They were kind of, doing decently in that department early on. All right, here we go. Then they hand off the ball, take the ball out of Josh Allen's hand, and then you get him a little cold on 3rd and 3. I think we just got to start letting Josh Allen get it done here in the red zone, being aggressive, make him, or just have him, let him make those tight window throws. We've seen him make them last season, folks. This man, if he wants to be an elite quarterback like we know he can be, you've got to trust him in the red zone to fire it in there in tight situations. We obviously know the field shrinks in the red zone because there's less space to cover, less field to cover. So make Josh Allen, allow him, get those routes open, take those 50-50 routes. I don't know. Did they ever throw like a back shoulder end zone fade on a 1-on-1 matchup here in the red zone? Why are you not scheming that? That is what Josh Allen should be throwing to here. So we'll keep that in mind. Are they calling that play right here just anytime during the red zone? So here we go. We get a 3rd and 3 in the red zone. They don't pick it up. Let's see what Josh Allen threw to. Let's see what he had to work with here. Here we go. 4 wide. Running back goes out for a route. Plenty of time to throw. Josh Allen scrambling around right here, buying all the time to throw, and he did miss a throw right here, folks. We don't see it here, but we are going to see it. He just ends up throwing it away about as much time as he could, and we're going to get the replay right here. So here we go, and they break it down. It's fantastic. So yes, initially everything very well covered, and they pointed out here in the broadcast, they circle all the matchups. That is true, but Josh Allen extended the play with his legs here, and when he does that, you have to look for your receivers to come back to the ball and all that. And we see Josh Allen. There was a glimpse of open right here. Stephon Diggs in the corner. Let's focus on him. So now after the scramble, people are fighting to get open, and here we go. Stephon Diggs. It's now a 1-on-1 matchup. All the defenders are clearing the left side of the field to bring down Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs right there got free. He got free. He's coming back towards the ball. This is where Josh Allen, you flip your hips, you throw this one low and outside where only Stephon Diggs can catch it, and we know Stephon Diggs can catch the ball, obviously. He's right here. Look at this. Is open. This is open now right here. Josh Allen, you must see it. He's open. Throw it low. blowing away towards the sideline. There's no chance at an interception, a breakup. It's either a completion or an incomplete pass. We know he threw the incompletion right here because he just threw it away. So give your receivers an opportunity to make a catch for the ball. He is open right here if you put it right on him, and he just doesn't. He doesn't even take the shot. He just throws it away in the dirt. Unfortunate. He's got to start making those throws. This is where the game is won and lost. We're seeing it right here. We saw it last season. We saw it early. We couldn't see it early on in the season because nobody had quarterbacks to kind of compete with Josh Allen so far. So first, that is a little mistake on Josh Allen. I'm going to put it on Josh Allen a little bit. If you want to be elite, if this team wants to be elite, if Josh Allen wants to be elite, you must make that play, at least see the play, and I don't think he saw it. You've got to see it. All right, here we go. Back in the red zone right here. This is the second drive. We get a 3rd and goal. Incomplete pass right there. They have to settle for another field goal. Let's see what happens. Here we go. And they've got so many people dropped back in coverage right here. They are forcing Josh Allen to make that pinpoint precision throw right here. Let's see what he does. Let's see if anything's open. And let's see how this play turns out. But here we go. 3rd and goal. Drops back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Strikes it right in front of the goal line right there. And it's inaccurate. And he sees it. He's nodding his head. He taps his chest. That's on me. Not being 100% precise to Stephon Diggs here at the goal line, and this would have been open. This would have been a touchdown. Let's watch this replay. Here he goes. Throws the ball way too low. Starting to wobble right there and way too low. Still probably got to catch that, but once again, you must make it as easy as possible on your receivers to catch this ball. It didn't need to be that far outside and really that low. It could have been, a little bit higher in kind of the same direction, but overall, Josh Allen, he put that one on himself. He's taking responsibility for that. Yes, Stephon Diggs in a perfect world should have caught that, but we're looking at Josh Allen, talking about him. He needs to be an elite level quarterback. We're seeing his completion percentage drop from last season. Why? These throws right here in the red zone. So a little on him to get out to that slow start. Once again, our thinking was correct a couple weeks ago, them not closing the door right here. You make this a 14-0 game. Who knows what happens? Can the Tennessee Titans, drum up the offense? Do they even stick with Derrick Henry? Because that's what got the Titans back in the game. The 72-yard run by Derrick Henry. And they still only ran the ball 20 games, which I think was like the least amount this season for Derrick Henry. So you kind of already had him on the ropes a little bit, throwing the ball a little bit more than they were running the ball. So what happens if you get up 14-0? Do they just kind of go with Ryan Tannehill to throw the ball? And if that happens, you're probably going to come out with a win if you're forcing Ryan Tannehill to throw the ball down after down after down. We saw it 2 years ago in the with the Ravens to go to the AFC Championship game, right, against the Ravens or against the Chiefs. Against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game where he was forced to throw the ball because Derrick Henry couldn't get anything all game. And what do? They lose, and they lost by double digits. So you've got to make these throws. We've got 2 more plays queued up here, and then we'll talk about the overall stats and watch our man Derrick Henry. All right, here we go. Josh Allen, here we go. What do we got this one? Another field goal drive right here. Field goal drive stall. Here we go. Let's see why. Here we go. We get a 2nd and 6. I think we're watching back-to-back plays right here. It's just a Josh Allen design quarterback run up the middle, and I've got no problems utilizing Josh Allen as a dual threat kind of quarterback. I've got to give praise once again to Josh Allen, folks. He's holding on to the ball so freaking well. Last season, early on, like the first 1 or 2, maybe even game number 3, he was fumbling the ball a lot and losing those fumbles. He cleaned that up all last season for the rest of the season, and he's still cleaning it up here. So he's truly cleaned up the fumbles. Where Baker Mayfield, we just got 2 interceptions and a fumble, 2 fumbles and an interception. Either way, he's still fumbling the ball. Josh Allen cleaned that up. So huge praise and props to Josh Allen, and I've got no problems with utilizing him as a running quarterback. I've got no problem direct snap runs, read options, play actions, all that, letting him take it and keep it. I've got no problems with that play calling. I think it's good. Unfortunately, here it picks up no yards. And now let's go to the 3rd and 6 pass play right here. Once again, they're only up 3 points. And this is the first drive out of halftime we were talking about that resulted into a field goal. You go up 10 points right here in the second half. What happens? You've got more breathability. You can give up a score and then come back and rescore and all that. But he only keeps it basically a 1-possession game. And the Titans answer, the Bills answer. But then at the final, Josh Allen can't get it done in the red zone. But here we go. Back to the 3rd and 6 here. Here we go. Josh Allen, play action pass, plenty of time to throw, and then once again, just a little bit off target here to Cole Beasley. Let's see if we get another replay, another look at this one from a back angle. Just a little bit off the mark right here, trying to go to Cole Beasley low and away. So we're just going to get a little bit of a comeback route here with Cole Beasley. Josh Allen buys time, kind of rolls out of the pocket a little bit. This is open. You've got to throw this one inside a little bit, and he throws it a little bit too much inside and a little bit too low. You can put it on the body right here. Cole Beasley was able to get a lot of separation where you can put this one on the body right here. Put it on the body, let Cole Beasley catch it. He's usually surefire if you put it right on him in the body. Even though a big hit's coming, he usually holds on to it. A little bit on Cole Beasley as well there. Must catch that ball at all costs. I understand that. But like we said, it is the quarterback's responsibility to put the ball as much on target as possible. And in a clean pocket like that, in a kind of real big situation, we've just got to see the accuracy shored up a tad. I mean, we're not talking about awful accuracy, folks. Everything is nuanced, folks. I'm so sick of if it's not this, then it must be this. If it's this, then it cannot be that. It's nuance, folks. We can break things down to a T, to a percentage point. I mean, that's really what kind of separates great and good. It's like a minuscule of percentage of talent and all of that. So this is what we do here on the show. Once again, what we do here at Takes by Fans, breaking down everything, seeing everything in comparison, in context, all this. This is what we do here, folks. So a little disappointed in Josh Allen. And then here we go. We get the final drive here in the red zone, but we had a 1st and 10. It wasn't just Josh Allen, trying to QB sneak, doesn't get it, time runs out. They had ample opportunities to score a touchdown, not just on Josh Allen's shoulders right here of not picking it up on the QB sneak. Let's see what happened here. Here we go. We get 1st and 10, 50 seconds left. They're down 3 timeouts. You can do whatever you want. Throw it in space, throw it over the middle of the field, check it down, whatever you want to do. You have everything to your disposal here with all 3 timeouts. Here we go. Let's see the 1st and 10 play. What did they decide to do? Let's see if there was anything open, if he took a dink. Let's see. But fake the screen, hand it off, picks up about 3-4 yards. Alrighty, then we get a 2nd and 6. Here we go. Josh Allen drops back to pass, plenty of time to throw, and then just kind of throws it up there. I think that's Emmanuel Sanders in the back of the end zone here. Unfortunate, very well covered, and it falls incomplete. But let's see, was there anything open here? I mean, you hit Cole Beasley right there on the out. You got to make that's where to go with the ball. He's wide open. Josh Allen doesn't see him. And now you make it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. So you try the QB sneak. You don't get it. You try it again on 4th and 1, and you probably get it if you try it twice. You got to go to Cole Beasley right there. Just an out, maybe a yard shy of the 1st down, but it still makes it 3rd and manageable instead of 3rd and 6. And then you got 2 chances to pick up 1 yard. But Josh Allen waits way too long, and then it gets covered, and then he throws it into a very well covered Emmanuel Sanders and a jump ball. That is, once again, this is not what you throw for a jump ball, 50-50 ball. Look at where he throws this ball. Way too low, way too low, way too low. You've got to throw this high. So once again, the accuracy in the red zone by Josh Allen, it's not there, folks. And then we're going to get a 3rd and 6 here. What do they decide to do here? 3rd and 6. Still plenty of time. They only use 1 timeout, 38 seconds left. Here we go. Plenty of time to throw. He steps up in the pocket, trying to utilize his legs. And, man, he makes a great-ass effort. And, once again, big praise to Josh Allen, fighting for every single inch. He's a competitor. He's a warrior, folks. We're only talking about him in this context, truly detailing everything and breaking it down to, percentage points of good and bad. It's because he's really earned this right. The team has earned this right. So, we're truly picking it fine-tooth comb style, folks, but it's for a reason, because we see glimpses of greatness here by Josh Allen. And if you want to be great in this league, like Tom Brady, you've got to get kind of nitpicked apart. Unfortunately, just comes up a little bit short. We get the great look right here. Unfortunately, just a little short of that first down. But once again, heart of a warrior right there. Just, it's a game of inches with Josh Allen, and that's exactly what it is. He's coming up literally inches short on everything that would be fantastic, and just certifies it as good. We want fantastic, we want greatness, eliteness, all of that, whatever you want to call it. Josh Allen is literally inches away. This Bills team is inches away from that. Just situational, couple of yards, and this is a different Bills great team, but they've got to get there first. So Josh Allen can't get it on the run, on the keeper. Also, we don't have the all-22, so that didn't seem like a designed run there by Josh Allen. So did he miss somebody? All of that. We don't have the all-22, unfortunately. And then we get Josh Allen, QB sneaking, feet instantly slip out from under him, and he gets no yards there on the 4th and 1. I don't mind the call, but the Bills have to figure it out in the red zone. Must put up touchdowns, must score the ball, and Josh Allen got to clean up the accuracy a little bit. So that's the only thing that's the only knock that we have on this Bills team overall, folks. It's not like we are actively looking to knock this team and all that. It's just what it is, folks. And we saw it last season, we saw it in the playoffs last season, and now we're starting to see it in a couple of games early on this season. They must get it cleaned up in the red zone. Josh Allen must start being 100,000% accurate here down in the red zone, or it's going to cost him. I mean, folks, we see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they get it done in the red zone, folks. Let's look up their red zone percentage right here, because that's the team to beat. No, I think that's still kind of the team to beat in the AFC, kind of the Chiefs. So here we go, Kansas City. Let's talk about their red zone percentage numbers and all that. Here we go. Kansas City, they got into the red zone 20 times. And like we said, the Bills got in there 24 times. So basically on the same pace right there. And the Chiefs score at a 70%. They score 7 out of 10 times a touchdown instead of a field goal, where the Bills kind of 50-50 touchdown, field goal, and it bites you in the butt, folks. It bites you in the butt. So that's what we've got to talk. That's what we've got to say here for the Bills in the Titans game. That's really all it comes down to. Shout out to the Titans for staying resilient, because their defense was getting picked apart and just like from the 20s to the 20s. Jeez Louise. And that's why we like this Bills team. These Titans corners are not good at all, really. But let's start talking about some numbers right here, and then we'll watch Derrick Henry, and then we'll move on here. But here we go. Well, let's start here with the Titans, since they got the win. Yes, sir. Take that, machines. Yes, sir. We know what we're talking about. Took the Titans +6, fantastic value, and they went outright. No worries. But here we go. Ryan Tannehill goes 18 of 29. 18 of 29, only 62% completion percentage. Not like Ryan Tannehill was doing his thing out there. He threw an interception as well. No passing touchdowns, all of that. Only 216 yards. So he was making it work. Once again, that's why we can rely on Ryan Tannehill. When the running game is going good, when everything is going good, Ryan Tannehill can do what he did yesterday, and that's exactly what we get from him. A nice win here at the end of the game, all of that. Not really turning over the ball too much and just delivering the ball to the open receiver. And that's all Ryan Tannehill needs to do for this Titans team, and it's working, folks. It's working. It's one team threw the ball 29 times, had a poor completion percentage. The other team threw the ball 47 times for 350 yards and just lost the game. Put up basically the same amount of points. But once again, the difference, the Bills settled for field goals, folks, when they really shouldn't have. Derrick Henry, 20 carries for 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. You've got to give the man credit. And like we said, this was one of his least amount of carries. Usually we're at like 29 to 33. He's only at 20 here. But once again, we say it, the Derrick Henry rushing first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, a complete game by Derrick Henry rushing. That's the biggest advantage in football, folks. It wears you down. They utilize Derrick Henry, and the Bills just cannot stop him all game long. All right, who was Ryan Tannehill throwing to? We got A.J. Brown coming up with some big clutch throws in this, or catches in this game. 7 catches for 91 yards. Julio Jones, only 3 catches, 59 yards. Nick Westbrook-Akeen, 3 catches, 27 yards. And then they couldn't even really get the ball to Derrick Henry in the passing game. Not that they really do that anyway. They try to do it. It doesn't really work. So shout out to the Bills defense. Once again, a really great defense, not allowing the screen passes to Derrick Henry. Only 2 catches for 13 yards. And then for the Bills side, here we go. Josh Allen, 35 of 47, 74% completion percentage. We love it. 353 yards, 3 touchdowns. We love absolutely all of that. But the interception we don't love. We don't love him not getting it done in the red zone and settling for field goals on big drives. That's what he's got to clean up, folks. That's it. That's the only knock. That's the only note on this Bills team. The offensive play calling and Josh Allen in the red zone. That's it. Devin Singletary, 5 carries for 27 yards. Josh Allen ran the ball 9 times for 26 yards. And then Zach Moss, 8 carries for 24 yards. So overall, running back by committee, a lot of design rushes by Josh Allen as well. Kind of, resembling a little bit of what the Ravens do. Obviously not at the scale or efficiency, but that's kind of what they were going for here in this game. And it didn't do terrible. All right, then who was Josh Allen throwing to? Emmanuel Sanders, 5 receptions for 91 yards. Love that he's really coming up strong here in yardage-wise. Have to see him a little bit more consistent, getting open and catching the ball here. But overall, it's a good start here for Emmanuel Sanders early on with his first season with the Bills. Stephon Diggs, always right there, 9 catches, 89 yards, touchdown. Cole Beasley, always right there, 7 receptions, 88 yards and a touchdown. Dawson Knox, he's never, a high-powered target where they're going to him like 10 to 15 times a game. So he had 3 targets, 3 catches for 25 yards. Gabriel Davis, 2 catches, 25 yards. Devin Singletary, 5 catches for 16 yards. So overall, everything was good here by this Bills team. So the only thing we have left to do is Derrick Henry, his best plays from last night, the king, helping us take down the machines and proving that we know what we're talking about. So let's just watch Derrick Henry run. Look at this run right here, folks. Are y'all ready for the touchdown run? Right up the middle, contact 3 yards, past the line of scrimmage, but that's not going to bring him down. A little shoulder thrown into him, not going to bring him down, stays on his feet, and then there it is, folks. Can we talk about the speed, folks? Can we talk about the sheer speed? We talk about it all the time, the kind of closing door. Derrick Henry has to split these 2 defenders before kind of the door closes on Indiana Jones, and he slides under, and he gets his hat out before the door is closed. That's Derrick Henry right here, folks, right between these 2 defenders, right before they converge, and he says, I'll see y'all later. And once again, can we focus on the speed, folks? The speed of this man. Look at how he looks compared to everybody else. Big, beefy, bulky, big as heck, 6'3", 240, and he runs this fast. Oh my God, taking the top off the defense while being a big, beefy runner. We absolutely love that. Got them back in the game off this one run. Once again, Derrick Henry MVP. Should we start that? Derrick Henry MVP, folks? Come on. Oh my goodness, 3 touchdowns, getting them back in the game. 76-yard touchdown run. All righty, what else we got here by Derrick Henry in the red zone in the second quarter? Boom, boom, 7, 8 strong yards falling forward. Here we go, right before halftime, 34 seconds left. You're still getting the ground and pound by Derrick Henry. Once again, they run the ball every single second. There's no circumstance, there's no instance where they're not going to run Derrick Henry. Right before halftime, still keeping you in check. Fourth quarter, still keeping you in check. Third quarter right here, delivering a blow, keeping you in check. Oh, how did you like going into halftime and talk about how you can stop me? Because here it is. I'm giving you the chance to re-implement your game plan. You couldn't stop me in the first half. Here I am, third quarter. 10 yards, great right here, and then blows the contact right there, folks. How did you like discussing how to stop me? Because obviously the plan that you put in place is not working, and I'm here to deliver a blow as well. He's not shying away from contact, folks. Look at this man. He's all about the contact. Here we go, down in the red zone from the 3-yard line, running Derrick Henry, and he's going to get in, folks. 3 yards, Derrick Henry, that's all he needs. He's knocking down that door for the score, for the touchdown. That's what Josh Allen needs to be. Killer instinct in the red zone, scoring touchdowns. Here we go in the screen game. Oh, yeah, catches a screen. Boom. Only 3 yards, but keeping you on your toes here. Now we're entering the fourth quarter. Derrick Henry, strong running continues. Let's see. Here we go. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes left. Down 4 points in the red zone. Set up screen, and Derrick Henry gets the blocking. And if he gets the blocking, that's 9 yards. Yes, sir. What else do we get? Derrick Henry, 2nd and 1. Who are you going to trust to pick up this first down and get the touchdown. And look at this to really, these were the last points scored right there. Derrick Henry right here. And once again, look at the stiff arm. We watched multiple videos of this man working on his, stiff arm drills and all that. And he utilizes it in game. Stiff arms the linebacker, kind of skips out of the ankle tackle. And that's a touchdown for the game, folks. Running him, using him all game long, wearing down the defense. The biggest advantage in all of football, folks. Running Derrick Henry every single quarter, constantly through the entire game. Up big, down big, still running Derrick Henry. He's going to tire you out. And there it is right there to cap off the game in style, in fashion. The king, baby. The king. Derrick Henry. Respect. Big respect. So that was Monday Night Football, an absolutely great game, another great primetime game of this NFL season. Just got to see Josh Allen shored up in the red zone. That's it. And that will move them up high in our power rankings, and we'll have no problem doing so. So Titans get the big old win, 34-31, and more importantly, we were right. Titans +6 was disrespect by Vegas, and we took it, we bet it, we cashed out, and we hit a lick at Vegas's expense. Alrighty, next thing we have to do up here is now that the entire Week 6 is in the books and we've seen every tight end perform that was going to perform this week, we've got to start talking about some great tight end performances, folks, because we are looking for the best tight end in the league at Tight End University. And if you're the best tight end in the league, you graduate Tight End University with summa cum laude honors, and that's what we are trying to find here. Every single week we are handing out grades to the best tight end performances relative to each other. So we're not doing every tight end every week, only the tight ends that made the most impact for their team for the game, resulting into a win or a close loss, doing it in big situations, third downs, red zone, and all that, when you are making your impact to help your team, because that's what tight ends are all about, folks. A little bit of the safety blanket, a little bit of the safety net overall. Yes, they could be a Travis Kelsey and a Darren Waller. That can be the number one A1 threat of your team, yes, but for the most part, check down safety blankets, getting it done on third and short, getting it done in the red zone, utilizing your big and beefiness to kind of box out everybody in the end zone and all that. That's what we're looking for. And we've got some real great performances here. We've got this big running list. And then at the end of the season, we will tally up all these grades and crown the best tight end in the league. That's what we're going for. So let's see who's making the list this week. And the first tight end we got to take a little bit of a look at here is the tight end from the Dolphins over across the pond in London, still getting it done, balling out on 2 continents. That's Tight End University for you, folks. So first tight end we got to shout out here is Mike Gesicki for the Dolphins. Yes, the Dolphins lost, but they kept it close, and Mike Gesicki was big here. No Devontae Parker, and then Tua's first game back, and who does he rely on? The big, beefy, tall, strong, fast tight ends, baby. Who else are we gonna, rely on? Coming back from injury, 1 and 4 star, no great wide receiver weapons. You're going to the tight ends, folks. So Mike Gesicki, let's get to him. Overall stat line, leading receiver for the Dolphins, 8 receptions, 115 yards, and coming up in big clutch situations. So here we go. The first big clutch situation. First drive, folks. First drive of the game here over in London. No nerves. Everybody's cool as a cucumber. We got a 3rd and 6 at midfield. Tua drops back to pass, and boom, fires it right over the middle. And can we talk about how wide open this man is? I mean, we're talking about 5 yards of separation. Once again, tight ends, big brain IQ, finding the soft spot of the zone. And on 3rd and 6, Tua relies on the tight end and makes a very reliable catch right there to move the chains, and it results into a touchdown. This is a touchdown drive, folks, that Mike Gesicki helped out with by picking up that 3rd and 6. Fantastic. Alrighty, next play up here, we get a field goal drive, a drive that results into a field goal. And how do they do it? Well, they start the drive, first play of the drive. Who do you go to get a nice little drive starter? Well, why not go to your tight end, because he's getting you 20 plus yards. Once again, great touch by Tua. We could take this opportunity to brag about Tua. We'll do it more tomorrow on our Wednesday film study, but we just cannot wait. Can we talk about this big beautiful, perfect throw right here. It's just Mike Gesicki over the middle of the field right there. Great touch on the ball. Look at that. I mean, got it right over that big jumping linebacker. Great touch, finesse, accuracy for Tua. We say it all the time. We're not a Tua non-believer like everybody in the media. It makes no sense to us. He's fantastic. But back to Mike Gesicki. Boom. Got enough back. Got enough deep. That's the big brains by the tight ends. He was just at tight end university. They teach this. Making sure you're getting down to the first down marker. Making sure you're getting behind the linebackers, that you're putting enough distance between you and the linebacker so the quarterback can loft it to you over that first line of defense. And then Mike Gesicki got so much confidence off this throw, he thought he could hurdle a standing up defender. We love the style points, we love the credit, and we might boost up your grade for, going a little style points on him a little bit. He tries to leap a full standing up defender. It doesn't go good, obviously, but great catch right there to help the drive, a kickoff, 20-plus yard pickup, and the drive ends in a field goal. Alrighty, here we go. Dolphins up 3, trying to do something right before half. 10 seconds left at midfield, 3rd and 2, trying to get into field goal range. And once again, who are you going to go to here? Who are you going to call? It's not Ghostbusters, it's tight ends, folks. And once again, Mike Gesicki right on the sideline, toe tapping down. And this sets up a 58-yard field goal. If he doesn't catch this ball, they can't even kick a field goal. It'd be like 65, 68 yards plus. But Mike Gesicki toe tapping on the sideline. Even the judge is like, he didn't get in. By the naked eye, Mike Gesicki doesn't get in, but you've got to use the machine. Zoom, zoom, zoom. He got his 2 feet down. Yes, sir. Catch, and it sets up a 58-yard field goal. Let's watch the toe drag right here. Here we go. 1 foot, 2 foot dragon sliding. I mean, fantastic. I mean, can we talk about great catching on the sideline? That's Mike Gesicki. That's the tight ends, folks. Unfortunately, the kicker misses it. Shame on the kicker, but the tight ends never quit, folks. End of half, end of the game. They're always in it every single second. As long as there's a second left on the clock, they're all up in it, folks. All right, here we go. Last 2 plays here by Mike Gesicki, and then we give him a grade. Here we go. Actually, last 3 plays. Here we go. Touchdown drive. Dolphins down in the 4th quarter, 17-13. Drive, first 2 plays of the drive that result into 50 yards. You got to go to your tight ends here. Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. To a play action pass. Plenty of time to throw. Throws deep, and it's wide open Mike Gesicki. It's wide open Mike Gesicki. Let's watch it one more time. It was cut off a little bit. Here we go. He's going to be at the top of the screen, folks. Here we go. Boom. Tua once again. Perfect throw right here, wide open, and Mike Gesicki takes it all the way to the 40-yard line. Fantastic, great drive starter, and then why not go to him again on the very next play? Boom, boom, wide open, and once again, can we talk about Tua right here? Step, throw, ball out of his hands quickly, accurate as heck, sees it immediately. He sees it right now. It's kind of a read option, play action right here. He pulls it down. He sees, the tight end's in front of the defender right here. I can throw this. Boom. Throws it right on the money, right in stride. Picks up another 5 yards off the rush there, and it results into a touchdown. This was a touchdown drive here set up by Mike Gesicki on the first 2 plays. And then the very last play right here that we got to look for Mike Gesicki. He tried his damnedest right here. 3rd and 6. Here we go. Going to go to, once again, this is a tie game, 2020, 3rd and 6, 2 minutes left in the game at their own 40-yard line. And they're going to go to Mike Gesicki to try and pick up this first down. And once again, he gives it his all, folks. Look at that little stretch right there to try and pick up those few extra inches. Unfortunately, he couldn't pick this up, and then it results into a shotgun run with a running back. How lame was that? Once again, not on Tua, not on Mike Gesicki. Why this Dolphins lost this game? They were the only 2 people working all day for the Dolphins on Sunday in London. But here we go. Mike Gesicki gave it his effort. Unfortunately, comes up a tad short, but once again, doing everything in their power to get the first downs, to get it done, to win the game. End of the first half, end of the second half, trying it all, and just a bad play call on 4th down why the Dolphins lost the game. But Mike Gesicki tried his damnedest, and we're going to give him a real solid A- grade right here. He was the only one Here we go, and this is his third grade of the season, folks. An A- week 3, a C+ week 4, and an A- week 5. He gets a score, he gets a touchdown, we bump it up to an A+. They get the win, we bump it up to an A+. Unfortunately, none of those things happen, so an A- for Mike Gesicki. An absolutely great performance by the tight end this week. Shout out to Mike Gesicki, truly. Alrighty, now let's go to our next tight end. Got to flip our notes around. Where are we at? Right here. Alrighty. Here we go. Next tight end up here. We got to take a great, big, in-depth look at is Travis Kelsey. The man is back, folks. Here we go. Tight end for the Chiefs. Chiefs get the big win, 31-13, and Travis Kelsey helped out. Leading receiver for the Chiefs last week against Washington. 8 receptions for 99 yards. Classic. What we know Travis Kelsey's all about, folks, right? Being the main focus here offensively, getting open, and he was helping out on scoring drives. So here we go. Take a quick look at the best plays from Travis Kelsey in the best situation. So here we go. First drive here of the game. They go down and score a touchdown, and Travis Kelsey is a little bit of the reason why right here. Gets off to a great start here. We get 1st and 10, and Travis Kelsey's going to go for 20 yards in the first down, and here he is right down the middle of the field, and a little bit not greatly thrown here by Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelsey probably could have got a little bit more yards on this ball, but let's watch him right here. He's at the end of the line. Let's trace his movements. Just going to do a nice little in route in the middle of the field, catch, boom, and then he takes off for another 5 yards. But look at this. Let's watch Patrick Mahomes on this throw, holding back the tight ends. We don't want to see quarterbacks holding back the tight ends. Never. But Patrick Mahomes a little bit holding back right here. He sidearms it, and we see this ball thrown way behind Travis Kelsey. He has to stop and come back to it. But, I mean, you throw it, you kind of loft it up here. Let's get back to the action. Back to the right moment, where if Patrick Mahomes just lofted this ball to Travis Kelsey, you just loft this one into space. I mean, he's open. This entire right side of the field is wide open. You loft it to him. I mean, Travis Kelsey's got the speed. He's going to keep going up the sideline, maybe even get it down to the 45, maybe even 50-yard line, maybe take it all the way to the house. I would say he's got the ability to do so, but maybe not most likely. But overall, Travis Kelsey with a great catch right there, and this drive results into a touchdown. Well done, Travis Kelsey. Nice little drive starter. Alrighty, here we go. Then on the interception drive, before the interception, folks, they were going to Travis Kelsey, and he was getting them off to a great start as well here, trying to go up 14-3 here. Unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes with the interception. That's not his fault right here. Here we go. Where's the play at? Maybe I'm not right. Hang on. Did they not go to Travis Kelsey right here? Okay. Second quarter interception drive. Okay, my bad. All right, here we go. Interception here. Drive by Patrick Mahomes and company. Once again, no fault of Travis Kelsey, but he was making it work here. Here we go. We got a 19-yard play on 1st and 10 right here, trying to get it at midfield and keep the drive moving right here. So Travis Kelsey, boom, on the right sideline, just an out route. And once again, we have to watch Travis Kelsey on this route. This is why he's so great, folks, because you must respect everything that he can do. He runs routes so well. He catches so well. So here he is lined up right here in the slot. And here we go, just going to do a little out route, that little hesitation move. The linebacker respects it, and look at that, 3 yards of separation. Travis Kelsey catches it, immediately turns upfield, gets the first down, gets about 5, 7, 8 yards more. That he's running routes like a true wide receiver right there. Absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, this drive ends in an interception. No fault to Travis Kelsey, and if Travis Kelsey had anything to say about it, they would have scored points because of him on this drive. Alrighty. And then once again on this interception drive, the play right before the interception, Travis Kelsey was still getting into the mix here. 2nd and 15 at Washington's 34-yard line, getting them inside the red zone here on this play on 2nd and 15, the play right before the interception. Here we go. They're down 3. Travis Kelsey, just simple right there. But look at the move he puts on. Yes, sir. Once again, what makes Travis Kelsey so good, and, all of his secrets that he told at Tight End University. Just a little comeback route right there. And then look at that nice little move inside, that little whoops past the defender, and then because of that move, he gets another 5-10 yards and just falls one short shy of the first down marker. They would have put up points right there, but Patrick Mahomes turns it over, unfortunately. All right, but now we get, Patrick Mahomes cleaning everything up here, and on the touchdown drive here in the third quarter, we get Travis Kelsey doing his thing, folks. We got to go back to the sideline view here. Once again, the All-22 is all over the place here. First day it's up, and it's just, I don't know what's going on about All-22 and Game Pass and all that. It's a little wonky this season, and I don't appreciate it. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 10. They go to Travis Kelsey, and it's an incomplete pass. It would have been complete here, but Patrick Mahomes doesn't really put it too much on the money right here. So here we go. Just way too low. And once again, Travis Kelsey running the little out route right here. Once again, the little shimmy at the top. Great separation right there. Patrick Mahomes throws it low and behind. You throw it right on the money. He takes that for the first down. So Travis Kelsey running routes and being open. He's always open. Just Patrick Mahomes a little off this game. A little off so far this season. A little bit. But then he also, does he catch a ball here? He doesn't catch a ball here. He catches a ball here on the next touchdown drive to really ice the game, go up 24-13. Let's go to this play right here. Got to go back to the sideline, or back to the broadcast view right here, and cue up this play, and then we'll give a grade for Travis Kelsey. So here we go. 2 plays right here. Travis Kelsey. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Who do you trust on 3rd and 1 in the red zone, folks? Obviously, you're trusting the big, beefy tight ends. Let's watch this one. Here we go. At the 15-yard line, Travis Kelsey, just a simple out route right there at the 1-yard line. Gets the ball. Boom, boom, boom. Ball a little low here by Patrick Mahomes, but Travis Kelsey's not tripping. He goes down low, catches the ball, secures it, just goes down. That's the first down. And then he's going to come back into action a couple of plays later right here. On 3rd and 6 again from the 18-yard line. Here we go, trusting Travis Kelsey. This drive results into a touchdown as well. Travis Kelsey showing open, and once again, you've got to give credit to the tight ends right here, always coming back towards the ball. We see Patrick Mahomes in trouble right here, rolling out to the right, looking for somebody to go. Shovel passes to Travis Kelsey, showing open, curling back open, and points to Patrick Mahomes said, "I got you, my man. I got you, bruh." And it results into a touchdown, and the Chiefs go on to win the game because of that. So Travis Kelsey, welcome back. The last time we gave him a grade was week 3. Couple of weeks absence here by Travis Kelsey, but he's right back on the mark, and a very well done A- grade here for his week 6 performance. Travis Kelsey getting it done. We love it. Yes, sir. Alrighty, next tight end up here. Who do we got? Going to give a little bit of a shout out here. A little quick shout out here to the tight end from the Colts, folks. Oh boy. We got a little refresh here. Oh, are all these refreshing? That is not what we want to see. Okay, alrighty. It may hinder us, but we will do our damnedest. I don't know why they all refreshed on us, but let's see what goes on here. Alrighty, let's go to the Colts game. Little quick shout out here to the next tight end up here who has been on the list once. He's been on the list once. When did he get on? Did he get on last week? What do we got? Mo Alley-Cox week 4, so we went a week without seeing him, but we're back with Mo Alley-Cox here, tight end for the Colts, and he didn't do anything big, but he had 1 catch for 28 yards and a touchdown, and it's when he scored the touchdown that we absolutely love here. So here we go. Out of halftime, it's 10-3. It's 10-3, 1 possession game here in halftime. Davis Mills unfortunately can't capitalize on it. He throws an interception, and who's there to cash in on the interception? Mo Alley-Cox. It makes it a 17-3 game. Basically closes out the game at that point in the third quarter. But let's shout out Mo Alley-Cox here from the 30-yard line of the Texans. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center. Play action pass, sells it great, and then it's Mo Alley Cox. Look at that, wide open. Great extension right here to come down with the ball. Stays in bounds, and then easy crosses the pylon, crosses the end zone goal line for the touchdown. Mo Alley Cox, let's go back this one. Just the extension right here is so beautiful, so absolutely great. I think we can bring this in the sideline and get a little bit of a better angle on this this extension, full body extension by the tight end. We're going to get Mo Alley Cox here on the tight end on the left sideline, and he just goes down for a route, and just look at that full body extension. Boom, boom, boom. Well done. And touchdown, Mo Alley Cox. That's all he did all game, but how he did it, it was a close game, one-score game until he got his big old paws on the ball, and he takes it all the way for the touchdown. So Mo Alley Cox, his second grade of the season. We're going to give him a B+. Absolutely. Actually, we're going to give him an A-. That's an A-. I know it's only one play, but sheesh, timing is everything. Tight ends, they're your safety blanket. They're the one that are supposed to, do the big things in the big moments. That's why they started Tight End University, and that's a big old play, big old moment, mojo moment, if you will. Mojo moment for Mo Alley Cox. Give that man an A-. Well done. Alrighty, next tight end we got a shout out is obviously, how do we have, does he have one of the most grades right here? Mark Andrews for the Ravens. How many grades we got here for Mark Andrews? We got the 3 grades, and he also just set the highest bar, the highest letter grade we ever gave out last week at an A++++. That is 3 pluses, folks. He's got 3 grades, looking for his 4th. So let's go to Mark Andrews and watch what he was doing, folks. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so here we go. And this one didn't refresh. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. So here we go. Mark Andrews. Let's read a stat line, and then we'll get into the plays right here that is making our decision here for a big old beefy grade right here. So he had 5 receptions for 68 yards, 1 touchdown, leading receiver for the Ravens, which is usually granted out here. But that's what the tight ends do, baby. So here we go. Second touchdown drive right here, folks. We get a big pickup for this touchdown drive to go up 14-0, getting out to that big lead, making Brandon Staley go for it on 4th down in his own territory, really kind of losing the game at that moment, and it's all thanks in part by Mark Andrews of helping set up these scores. So here we go. Let's watch this play. 1st and 10 right here. Here we go. At their own 26-yard line, up 7-0 at this moment. Play action pass goes to Mark Andrews over the middle of the field, and there he is, 15, 16, 17 yards. And that's what we love about the tight ends. We see it all the time, folks, finding that soft spot of the zone. Look at him, just sees it, gets in front of the one defender, doesn't keep going, sits down, waits for Lamar Jackson to see him, and he always sees him. And a big fire right there to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive. Oh, now this one wants to refresh. Great. Fantastic. This is all right. Alrighty, let's see how we have to do this. All right, let's go fast forward a little bit more here. Same drive right here. We're going to get Mark Andrews again down here to help cap off this touchdown drive. Luckily, we wrote down the timestamp so we can get to him quickly right here. So here we go. Alrighty, 2nd and 7 here. Across midfield at the Chargers' 44-yard line. 49-yard line, I should say. Here it is, Mark Andrews, 2nd and 7 on the sideline. Doesn't matter where he is on the field. He's always open right here, folks. Gets the 1st down, keeps the drive moving that results into a touchdown. Look at him, open on the sideline, wide open, nobody within 5 yards of him. And then 2 feet down, boom, 1st down, Mark Andrews, which leads, did we mention this? Leads to a touchdown. Alrighty, but we're not done yet, folks. We are not done yet here with Mark Andrews on this touchdown drive. We need to see more out of him. We need 3 catches on a touchdown drive. So let's fast forward to our next timestamp here. Here we go. Alrighty, 1st and 10, and now they're at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Here we go. Mark Andrews going to help out here. Right over the middle of the field. Boom, wide open. Unfortunately, can't stay on his feet. Gets brought down, and he's down at the 1, and they're able to run it in with Le'Veon Bell on the very next play right here. Just once again, great job to get behind the linebackers right there. Nobody even close to him, and he gets brought down at the 2-yard line. Mark Andrews, great job there, and once again, like we said, it results into a touchdown. Alrighty, and then we've got one more play queued up here. Unfortunately, it refreshed, so we've got to go to it quickly, folks. We apologize right here. We've got them all queued up. We just don't understand why our browsers refreshed on us. Usually doesn't happen. So let's see if we can get back to this quickly right here. We got 7:43 in the third quarter. Helping out on another touchdown drive like we just saw right there. Once again, to help keep up the pedal to the metal right here. Here we go. Getting there. Here we go. Nope. Can we get to it quickly? Here we go. Watch, here we go. We get the replay right here. Mark Andrews, just a little bit of a in route right here. In route, no troubles, no worries. And watch him, wide open, running the route, wide open, touchdown, bingo, bango, touchdown. Mark Andrews helping out score points, helping blow out this Chargers team. Another fantastic performance, leading receiver in all of that as well. So Mark Andrews, congratulations on another A- performance for week 6, and I believe he is kind of the front runner of the best tight ends of the season, folks. I think he has the most of 4 grades so far. Travis Kelsey just got his 4th grade, so if you want to be kind of the best, we got to see you showing out on a weekly basis right here like we're seeing these other great tight ends are. Alrighty, next tight end. This is a first-timer on this list, folks. So give a big round of applause for the man out here. And, once again, nothing big here, but timing was everything. Unfortunately, this team lost. Let's head over to Carolina. And shout out tight end Ian Thomas. 1 catch for 41 yards, but the catch couldn't have came at a better time out here. 4th quarter, 4th and 10, folks. 4th and 10. 4th and 10, down 8 points. 4th quarter, last-ditch effort. And what does Sam Darnold do? He finds the tight end finally. Sam Darnold, this is what you should have been doing the entire game. Ian Thomas only had 2 targets the entire game. You don't have Christian McCaffrey. Use your tight end. Sam Darnold, come on, get your head together. But Ian Thomas on 4th and 10 goes big. 41 yards. That helps, sets up the tying touchdown and ensuing tying 2-point conversion right here. We've got the timestamp written down, so let's just fast forward over here. And let's watch Ian Thomas be absolutely perfect right here on this play. So here we go. We got to cue it up right here. Got to skip one more 10-second span, and we're right on it now, folks. So here we go. Here we go, 4th and 10, folks. Panthers down 8 at their own 4-yard line. 4th and 10. Ian Thomas is about to get open, though, so here we go. Just right here, just running a go route down the seam. Sam Darnold finds him. Look at this tight window. Ooh, great job by Sam Darnold, but an even better catch right here. Right on the money. Great concentration. Defender right on him. Catches it, and then goes for another 6 yards right there to get him basically at midfield. Ian Thomas jump-starting this drive. It was 4th down, folks. That's clutch, and we celebrate the clutch tight ends. So an absolutely very well done clutch performance by Ian Thomas. First time on our tight end list right here, so give a round of applause like I said. Ian Thomas, we're going to give you a B rating. Fantastic. Week 6 grade. B. Love it. Clutch. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, a couple more tight ends. We got 3 more tight ends I think we got to go over. So the next tight end we've got to go to is over at Dallas, folks. Dallas, New England. And this tight end is just emerging really on the scene as really one that really wants to be known as a tier 1, really want to be known as the regard of Travis Kelsey, George Kittle, Darren Waller. He wants to be regarded with that class of A1 tier 1 tight ends in this league. So let's see if we can get him there. Here we go. Dalton Schultz of the Dallas Cowboys, folks. Absolutely fantastic game. Second leading receiver, only behind CeeDee Lamb. 5 catches, 79 yards. No scoring touchdowns himself, but helping out on scoring drives. Mostly touchdowns and all of that. Fantastic. So here we go. Let's watch some of these plays here. The first one is on the touchdown drive in the first quarter. Absolutely fantastic out here. We get a 1st and 10, and it's an 18-yard pass to Dalton Schultz. Once again, helping out on the drive, scoring drives, utilizing the tight end. So here we go. Let's watch this one. Here we go. It's just Dalton Schultz on a block and release. Dak Prescott finding all the time, and then just a tip drill right here. Dak Prescott trying to fit it into somebody else right here. Another wide receiver. I believe that's Michael Gallup or Amari Cooper, excuse me, trying to hit Amari Cooper. I don't even know who that was. I was watching the wrong guy. My apologies. But whoever it was, he wasn't targeting Dalton Schultz. The ball gets tipped up in the air. But hey, awareness, ball awareness. They teach that at Tight End University. And there it is, Dalton Schultz on a potential interception play, a potential incomplete that would have set up 2nd and 10. He takes it for the first down and 10 more yards. Great job there. That once again helps on a touchdown drive. But that's not all he did on this drive. He's catching another ball right here. And this time, another big play. The other play went for 19 yards. This play's going for 23. Here we go, 2nd and 7, approaching the red zone of the Patriots. Dak Prescott drops back to pass, and there's Dalton Schultz right there, getting the ball down to the 1-yard line. Boom, they punch it in on the next play. And that's all because of Dalton Schultz on that drive, scoring a touchdown. Fantastic. But he's not done yet, folks. He's only helping out scoring in the first quarter. And we know this Cowboys team was scoring first, second, third, fourth quarter. So here's Dalton Schultz touchdown drive here in the third quarter, folks, and we get another big play. 1st and 10, 20-plus yards here, right across midfield, down 4 points, need a score here, play action pass, and it's just Dalton Schultz. Fantastic right here on the block and release, and he goes all the way down to the 25-yard line. And once again, we loved Matthew Judon. The defender for the Patriots out here. You can always recognize him by the red long sleeves. Here's Dalton Schultz. He's not at the end of the line, but watch what Dalton Schultz does here because they sell the fake. He sells the block. He goes to block Matthew Judon. Matthew Judon is going down the line away from the play action play. So Dalton Schultz says, okay, thank you for doing my job. And he recognizes that, stops the block, goes out for a route. Dak hits him. Nobody around him. He takes it 5, 10, 15, 20 plus yards right there. Fantastic job. Awareness, blocking, catching, doing it all on one play. That's what Tight End University is all about, folks. And Dalton Schultz truly is the embodiment of Tight End University. This play helped to go down, score a touchdown to retake the lead. And then we get a field goal drive here in the fourth quarter. Dalton Schultz back at it, folks. Back at it. Got to take this one in the sideline view, so let's rechange the view here, and then we'll cue up this play, and we're watching Dalton Schultz, folks. What do we got here? Here we go on 1st and 10, 12-yard play here. Let's watch Dalton Schultz once again work on a scoring drive. Let's see what he can do here. Dropping back to pass, and once again, here he is, just an out route at the boundary. Defender over him, catches it, 12 yards, first down, keeping the drive moving. Positive play, keeping the defense on their toes, and helping out with the scoring. And then we get him. We can't have a tight end, and we can't have a game go to overtime and not talk about the tight ends, right, folks? At the touchdown drive in overtime, they go to Dalton Schultz, folks. Here we go, 1st and 10. They're at their own 36-yard line, just trying to move the ball, get some positive yards, keep the defense on their toes, play action pass. Dalton Schultz, boom, 6 yards, and this drive goes for a touchdown to win the game in overtime, and it's helped jump-started by Dalton Schultz. So once again, Dalton Schultz, folks, absolutely great throughout the entire game, first, second, third, fourth quarter, overtime, all of that. Always ready to make the play. So Dalton Schultz, congratulations for your A- grade out here. Absolutely fantastic week 6. Man, oh man, love it. Alrighty, what do we got? 2 more tight ends to go, folks. Here we go. We're going to stay here at the Cowboys-Patriots game for the next tight end. We got to shout out Hunter Henry, folks, tight end for the Patriots. Not too much in this game, but how he was doing it when he really got it going. So Hunter Henry, only 2 catches for 25 yards, but he had a touchdown, and this touchdown came in the first quarter when they were tied 7-7. So this gave them a 14-7 lead right here. Great job by Hunter Henry to get out to good starts, helping your offense and your team get out to good starts, helping Mac Jones get comfortable in this game. It's all because of Hunter Henry. So watch this one. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Cowboys 20-yard line. We're going to get Hunter Henry right down the seam right there. And look at him off that break. Ooh, once again, breaking off your route, running routes like wide receivers. Here he is. Just watch the top of this route. That little extra separation at the top of the route. He's able to get a yard of separation right there. Catches the ball, gets down, crosses the goal line, doesn't take the big hit. Oh, that's great. Helps the Patriots get off to a nice 14-7 start. So Hunter Henry, this is not his first grade, I do not believe. His 3rd grade of the season. Well done for a B+ for the score. We'll give him a B+ for his week 6 performance. And then we've got one more tight end to shout out here, and that takes us to the Sunday Night Football game. Seahawks at Steelers. All right, this one, can we queue up quickly? What do we got? Okay, we should be able to queue this one up quickly. Alrighty, here we go. We got to go to the Steelers tight end out here, and we're going to shout out Pat Freiermuth. Yes, sir. The rookie tight end out here. 7 receptions, 58 yards. No scores himself, but came up big time. Out here. To help out. So here we go. Let's watch some Pat Freiermuth out here. So here we go. First play we're going to look at, and it's really coming down to these 2 touchdown drives in the second quarter. Offense of the Steelers floundered in the first quarter, but Pat Freiermuth helps out on the 2 touchdown drives in the second quarter that really kind of carry the Steelers for the entire game into the fourth quarter, where they have to kick a couple of field goals and then in overtime. But the only touchdowns of the game, these are the only touchdowns by, these are the only touchdowns by the Steelers, helped out by Pat Freiermuth. So let's queue up the first play right here. We got to go to 38-39. Here we go. We should be able to queue up all these plays quickly, folks. No worries. Here we go. 38-39. And here we are. Little above. We got to go back a little bit. But we can go back by 10 seconds. No worries. Let's get this back to Pat Freiermuth, 38-39. Alrighty, here we go. One more skip back, and here we are. Alrighty, Pat Freiermuth, 1st and goal, folks. 1st and goal. Is this not it? Okay, hang on. We might have beefed the first play. 38-39. I'm at 39-38. Dyslexic is not great, folks. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. We're for real this time. Finally queuing up Pat Freiermuth. Here we go. Stick with us, folks. Here we go. Alrighty. 1st and 10, folks. Here we go. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Who do you go to? You got to go to your tight end. So here we go. Pat Freiermuth. Boom. Soft spot over the middle of the field and picks up the first down. Keeps his body moving. You can't use only one defender to bring down the big, beefy tight ends. You need 3 of them. He's dragging 3 defenders. 3 extra yards, getting them all the way down inside the 5, and once again helps cap off the touchdown drive, helping it down in the red zone, utilizing those big beefy targets. We absolutely love it. That's what the tight ends are there for, folks. And then on the second touchdown drive, here we go. We get a big play right here, 9-yard pass on 2nd and 8. Ooh, helps keeps the chains moving. Yes, sir. At their own 41-yard line. Here we go. Pat Freiermuth, number 88. Boom, just a little bit of a comeback route right on the goal line, but extends the ball, fights for that extra half a yard to get the first down, picks up the first down, and he's on his way to help with a scoring touchdown drive. Alrighty, now we go to the third quarter, helping out on a field goal drive, helping up, put up points. How can you go wrong? So here we go. Next play here by Pat Freiermuth. Here we go, and we're a little disappointed in them, and this is kind of where we see the defense, so we can't give them really an A grade here, probably somewhere around the B's, but still solid right here to make it an even better field goal. Got to learn to extend the ball and fight for those yardage, but hey, that will come. He's a rookie tight end, folks, so, we could see him getting better in learning that skill set and while he's attending tight end university next season. But here we go, 3rd and 14. He tries his damnedest right here. Here he goes, just going to hit an out route right here. Big Ben goes to him, and here he goes. Just got to find a way to get those extra 1, 2, 3 yards right there, not to go down, stay on your feet and all that. But overall, makes it a chip shot field goal, helps it out, and they score points off of it. So solid there. And then the last one, we've got to take a quick look at here, and then we'll give them a grade, and then we'll move on to our power rankings. Here we go. Field goal drive in the fourth quarter, folks, to help tie the game. Yes, sir. Or to help go up by 3. Yes, sir. Here we go. All right, here we go on 2nd and 6. This time he picks up the first down. Again, love him picking up the first downs. Here we go. Pat Freiermuth. Here we go, 2nd and 6 at their own 28-yard line. Boom, and it's another out route right here. He stays on his feet, and he's able to kind of get that extra yard right here. Here he goes. He catches the football about 2 yards shy of the first down, turns upfield, and he's strong, and he's able to get the extra yards for the first down. He knows it. He signals it, brings that energy to the squad. Pat Freiermuth, folks, very, very well done out here, helping out this struggling Steelers passing offense. So Pat Freiermuth, this is not his first time on the list. Shout out to Pat Freiermuth. I believe this is his second time out here, and we're going to give him a B- for his work. Week 6, fantastic. So those were all the great tight end performances this week, folks. And it seems like Mark Andrews and Travis Kelsey are in the lead. Travis Kelsey has an A+, an A+, a B-, and an A-. Mark Andrews has an A-, a B+, an A+++, and an A-. I think Mark Andrews is in the lead for summa cum laude honors for our 2021 Tight End University graduating class, I should say. So well done to the tight ends. Another great week of tight ends showing out and showing why they are such a big component to winning games and moving the ball offensively, truly showing out here. So you got to give them all the credit. So give a nice round of applause for all the tight ends and an extra special, long, loud round of applause for Ian Thomas finally making the list out here and getting in the running. Alrighty, and that's going to bring us to our power rankings, folks. Our last topic that we've got to cover for today's show. So here we go. Let's talk about the power rankings. Here's what we had heading into this week. We had the Titans at 10, Packers at 9, Browns at 8, Ravens at 7, Chargers at 6, Bucks at 5, Rams at 4, Bills at 3, Cowboys at 2, and the Cardinals the number 1 team in the league. Now that every team has played, we can start rearranging our power rankings of how we see these teams after 6 weeks out here. We have 2 new teams entering the list. Fantastic. So let's tell you why we're moving these 2 teams out of the top 10, and then we'll start the ordering here. So here we go. The first team we're moving out of the top 10 is the Browns. Kevin Stefanski's play calling is not up to what it was last season of what made them win 11 games and be competitive and get, decently deep second round of the playoffs. Also, obviously, Baker Mayfield's turnovers are a huge concern. concern. He's got to be playing game manager football out here. We're not going to penalize this Browns team too much. We're still penalizing them. We're still taking the Baker Mayfield turnovers into big consideration. The Kevin Stefanski play calling a little bit in consideration as well. But they're at number 8. We got to move them out of the top 10. They faced the Cardinals last week. That's why we're not going to, place so much blame on them. I mean, that's the best team in the league, folks, because the Brown doesn't compete that well with the best team in the league, and had a little bit of a glimpse in the second quarter where they put back-to-back touchdowns up. Unfortunately, floundered in the third quarter once again by Baker Mayfield's turnover, so that's still what we're counting. But it's against the Cardinals. We're not going to weigh it too heavy. We're still weighing it, not too heavy, but we got to knock the Browns out of the top 10. And then the other team we're knocking out of the top 10 is the Chargers, folks. Woo, a big old blowout there by the Ravens. And once again, Brandon Staley, his aggressive play calling. It worked out against the Chiefs game. It worked out against the Browns game. But he kind of figured out, hey, I can't be that aggressive here all the time, because it kind of bit him in the butt a little bit against the Ravens. Also, the lackluster offense by the Chargers and Justin Herbert and all that definitely hurt him as well. And just we've seen some great play by other teams that we have to take into consideration. So hopefully the Chargers can really, that was a bad loss by the Ravens, folks. That was a real bad loss right there. Big bad taste in our mouth with this Chargers team. So we'll see if they can get back in the top 10 here, but we do have to move them out of the top 10. So those are the two teams officially moving out, and we'll see which teams replace them. But here we go. Let's start at number 10 and work our way up to number 1. New number 10 team out here is no longer the Titans. It is the Raiders, folks. Loved their offense this week. It was explosive. They didn't even really use Darren Waller that much. He had 5 receptions for about 50 yards. Still solid work, but they put up 34 points, and we told y'all that was they only put up 34 or more points with John Gruden 5 times through his tenure. We knew John Gruden was holding this team back, and the offense not missing a beat. Win the game on the road, mile high, all those circumstances, the Raiders team was able to overcome and get it done on the field and win a great game on the road against a solid Broncos defense. The scoring output definitely helps us move this team in the top 10. The reason why we're going to put him at number 10 and take it a little bit slowly with them is this a one-hit wonder game? Are they going to be able to move on with their new head coach? And I'm blanking on the name again. I got to look it up, and I had it all ready to go, folks. I'm sorry. I should have written it down. I know it's Basia. What's the first name, though? So I truly apologize again, but we're going to get it taken care of right here, folks. We will never forget his name again. Here we go. Rich Basia. And let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right. Let me hit this up in the Google Translate so I can make sure I'm saying it. No more disrespect for this man. We can disrespect John Gruden. We've got I'll call him Jan Groden. Jan Groden. Who cares if we pronounce his name wrong, right? Let's make sure we're getting this man's name right. Well, she doesn't even say it right. Rich Bisaccia. I think it's Rich Basia? Bisaccia? We'll definitely get it down. We'll go with Rich Bisaccia. I think it's Bisaccia. Bisaccia. Potato. He's winning games. So that's all we really care about. Winning games, folks. Rich Bisaccia. Absolutely love it. And we'll see if they can keep up these win totals and these scoring totals and all that. And see if this team was truly held back by John Gruden. And by how much? We'll see by how much. So congratulations to the Raiders. Offense, defense was getting it going. Didn't let Teddy Bridgewater really do anything meaningful this game. So shout out to that as well. Raiders, the new number 10 team in our power rankings. Rich Bisaccia, folks. Give the man credit. Rich Bisaccia. I'm about to just say that name every 2 seconds now. Alrighty, here we go. New number 9 team in our first new team in our power rankings. Got to shout out this team. This is becoming a real deal team right here. Like head coach Zach Taylor said it would be. The new number 9 team is the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a real offense, folks. And the defense shut out that Lions team until the fourth quarter, where did it matter? Do we care about fourth quarter scoring if you're not competitive for the rest of the game? So Lions at home, the tears by Dan Campbell. Everything was stacked against the Bengals, even coming off that loss against the Packers. Everything was stacked up against this Bengals team to give the Lions the first win of the season. But what happened? The Bengals were like, the Lions? The Lions? Bengals beat Lions in the wild. Bengals would kill it, the Lion. And that's exactly what happened on Sunday. So well done to this Bengals team. This offense, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, great hook up there. They've got great wide receivers, tall, fast weapons. Joe Mixon, shout out that running back, truly proving that he should be kind of considered an A1, tier 1 running back in this league. And like we just complimented the defense, is shut out the Lions. I know it's not that hard. It's Jared Goff and trash company. We get it. But overall, a shutout's a shutout. I mean, people are ranting and raving about the Bills shutouts against the Dolphins without Tua and the Texans with Davis Mills. So we can get excited about 3 full quarters of shutout by the Lions. I will shout that out. So well done for the Bengals defense, a real team. Zach Taylor's a real smart head coach that has this locker room and team fighting to the end. They have some hiccups, got down a little big, a couple of interceptions early on by Joe Burrow against the Packers, and they stay the course and they stay with it and make it a competitive game and should have won it, but the kicker, unfortunately. So this Bengals team is a real deal. Why we're going to take it a little bit slowly with this Bengals team, it seems like it takes a little bit for the offense to get going. If we can see them get going from first play to second quarter, the third quarter, all that, and string along together a great game, seems like they're getting out to a little bit of slow starts. But overall, this team is fantastic, and I'm ready to see what they can do against real great teams, folks, consistently. I think they can get it done. Let's quickly see what this Bengals team has up next week. To see if we can potentially move them up a little bit. They got the Jets, so they may hang around 9 a little bit, but you got to see them blow out the Jets, and we'll keep them at 9, maybe move them up 1. Well done with the Bengals. They're doing it, folks. They're doing it. Love it. Bengals at 8. Or Bengals at 9, excuse me. All right, new number 8 team here. We're going to move them up 1 spot here. We're going to go Packers here. When we watch the Packers, they're good. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's Devontae Adams. The defense is solid right here. Great work against the Bears defense last week on the road as well. Aaron Rodgers, I still own y'all. I love that absolute respectful disrespect by him. So, obviously, it's Aaron Rodgers. It's, we've got no problems with this Packers team. We just haven't seen, a big win. With these other kind of top-tier teams, the Cardinals just winning against the Browns without the head coach. A special win, always coming from behind. Special win, beating the Rams. Special win. The Cowboys going to Foxborough, overcoming all that, going toe-to-toe with the Bucs week 1. Beating the Chargers on the road, big special win. The Bills beating the Chiefs last week, big special win. The Rams, who'd they beat? Have they beat anybody? They're winning. They're looking good. They're looking good. Defense is looking good. The Bucs, defending Super Bowl champions, still winning all that. The Ravens just beating the Chargers last week. So when we look at kind of the teams that we have already above the Packers without, this week's new top 10 and all that, when we see everybody kind of above the Packers right here, they've all got that big special win. The Packers just don't have that. They've been looking good and looking solid. They're looking like classic Packers, but it's classic Packers, losing in the NFC Championship game, which is still a good team, but we've just got to see that something else. I see magic. I see some special talent. I'm seeing greatness all around on these other teams, but the Packers are just looking like a classic great team. So it's just not great to us. It's nothing special to us. So we're just going to leave them at 8. They're winning games, but we're not knocking it, folks. We're not knocking this Packers team, folks. Please don't come at me and be like, oh, you're a hater on the Packers. Please stop that. Please don't call us a hater of any team, folks. Who do we hate? We don't like Sam Darnold, but we try to like them, and we try to look at the bright spots, but they're never coming. But, we don't hate teams for no reason, folks. We're not dissing Aaron Rodgers because he's great. We love Aaron Rodgers because he's great. That's the only reason why we love Aaron Rodgers is because he's great. But, yeah, Packers at number 8 here, folks. Just not that wow moment, that wow game. Even against the Steelers, it was like, yeah, it's a good win. It's a good win, but now we know the Steelers are nothing great. We just want to see that magical win for the Packers. Do they have it in them? Do they have it in them? We don't know if they have it in them. We've got other teams showing us actively they have it in us. They have it in them, and we just don't see that quite yet with the Packers. It's not a big knock, folks. It's not a big knock, but we are going to leave the Packers at number 8. All right, and this is the team that we're going to put above them because we just saw that special win last night. The Titans moving up from number 10 to number 7 here. Fantastic. Derrick Henry obviously is always top 10. Derrick Henry is always number 1, but the team all around, this Titans defense is nothing good, folks. They got it done in the red zone, so I will shout that out, but it's also a part of the Bills not getting it done. But I mean, this Titans corners were getting burned all game long last night, and now Caleb Fairley, the rookie corner, is out, unfortunately. So we're going to move the Titans up at number 7. A great win against the Bills when nobody gave them a chance besides us. I think we're the only one that had the Titans last night, but we digress. So shout out to us. Also, we digress again. But yeah, this Titans team with Derrick Henry is fantastic. Ryan Tannehill is playing exceptional, above average game manager, way better game managing football than Baker Mayfield is. I mean, coming into the season, we had Ryan Tannehill and Baker Mayfield both in the above average game manager quarterback territory, which is a good category to be in. But Baker Mayfield is falling hard out of that category. The man's just an average game managing quarterback, where Ryan Tannehill is still above average, making the big plays, hitting A.J. Brown on the big plays, getting it done. This Titans team is finding ways to win, folks. Special win against the Bills, coming back from behind against Seattle and winning the game. This team has no quit in them. The head coach for the Titans. Give me a second. Mike Vrabel. That's the coach. That's what Dan Campbell wants to be, is Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel doesn't need to cry at the press conference. Mike Vrabel has that kind of big, beefy kind of mentality to him a little bit. He played, tight end in the league? So he knows strength, he knows physicality, he knows what it takes to win in this game, to be competitive in this league. He knows all of that, and he passes that down. There is no quit in this Titans team. They don't have the best personnel offensively, defensively. They do have the best running back, better than Dan Campbell's DeAndre Swift, and, Ryan Tannehill is better than Jared Goff. But that is exactly what Dan Campbell wants to be, a tough-nosed head coach that wins games when maybe they shouldn't always, but they never give up. They never quit. And that's what we get with this Titans team. With the Packers, Aaron Rodgers throws 2 interceptions. They throw in the towel. We see that time and time again, folks. It's Aaron Rodgers. If he gets a little bit of a diva status sometimes, and I don't want to truly say that as a 100% disrespect, calling him, a diva attitude. I'm not truly drawing every parallel to diva status with Aaron Rodgers, but we get some lackadaisical throws over and over again by Aaron Rodgers in certain situations when they're down and the defense isn't kind of helping them out, and he threw an interception and then another interception. We saw it last season, we saw it this season as well. So we just get those glimpses by Aaron Rodgers with also no special kind of wins. So that's why they're at number 8, folks, and we got the Titans at number 7. I'm loving what Derrick Henry's helping this Titans team do, and we'll see how long they can stay here, because this defense is nothing that we can really rely on too much, but they find ways to win games. That's what it takes in this league. You just got to win, folks. Winning cures everything. Titans are winning. Titans at 7. Alrighty, new number 6 team here, and we're going to drop this team back a little bit here, and I've been wrestling with this one, folks. I've been wrestling with this one. I don't like doing this. I rarely try to do this as well, but I'm going to put the Bills at 6, and I know it's blasphemous to put the team that lost to the other team above that team in the power rankings. I get that. So having Titans at 7 and Bills at 6, it's real close, because this Bills defense is 1,000% better than the Titans defense overall, but it's Derrick Henry, and they're finding ways to win games. And this Bills team is so good from the 20 to the 20s, just in the red zone they stall. This Bills team is so freaking good, folks. It's real gosh dang good. They're a sliver away from being great and being one of the top 5 teams. I can't put the Titans over the Bills. If they faced again in Buffalo, I don't know what would happen. I think the Bills may win it. I think Derrick Henry does his thing still. I just think the overall defense of the Titans doesn't really get that win. So Bills at number 6. Josh Allen is looking really good, not great. The offensive weapons, Stephon Diggs, are still looking great. The defense is looking absolutely fantastic. Top 3 easily. Top 2, make the argument. Top 1, make the argument. So Bills at number 6. I hate doing this to the Titans, and it's no disrespect to Derrick Henry, I promise, but I do have to move the Bills to number 6, even though last night's game. All right, number 5 team is staying the Bucs. It's kind of the same thing with that Packers team, but I have Tom Brady, so obviously Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers. We've seen it. It was proven last season. That's all I need to see. But yeah, this Bucs team at number 5, they're just a regular great team. No real special wins. Yeah, they won in Foxborough, but that was just a special win because of the narrative around it. The Bucs losing to the Rams, obviously not great for this Bucs team, but it's Tom Brady and the offense. I mean, they just get it done. They always get it done. They're so solid. solid and they're just so consistent, but we don't see that special, the only special ability that they have is that they've got the greatest of all time in Tom Brady. So Bucs are going to stay as 5 here. Good Thursday night win against the Eagles this week. We'll see what they can do this week as well. But yeah, they're just a regular great team. The defense, struggling with the injuries a little bit. We'll see if that kind of affects them going forward. But as long as they got Tom Brady, that's what makes them special. Bucs stay at 5. Alrighty, new number 4 team is going to be the Ravens. A big old jump here because of that big blowout win over the Chargers. Even Lamar Jackson making all those mistakes, and that's why we're not going to move him up maybe to number 3 here for the Ravens. We've got to see Lamar Jackson clean up those mistakes. Yes, it was a blowout against the Chargers, but it's Brandon Staley and the offense kind of helping, create some short fields for the Ravens to take advantage of. We still had 2 interceptions by Lamar Jackson that must be cleaned up, absolutely. But, when we just look at what this Ravens team can do, they're special. They beat the Chiefs coming back from behind. They beat the Colts coming back from behind. Now, we don't want to see that every single week, and we want to see you clean up the turnovers, but we get that special ability win. We want to see glimpses of that through the season, winning different ways. Why we had the Cardinals, they're still the number 1 team. Spoiler alert, because they're winning different ways. They just won without their head coach. They won while being down. They won while just going into SoFi Stadium against the Rams and just beating them right from the rip. So they found different ways to win. The Ravens found the ways to win from coming back from behind. They found the ways to win the blowout. Now we just got to see them clean up the offense and be consistent. And this Ravens team is potentially representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. So Lamar Jackson, he is the offense, rushing, passing. Le'Veon Bell getting into the mix. Latavius Murray, fantastic rushing, and Devontae Freeman. I love this kind of running back set here by the Ravens. Kind of, always tier 2 in their career. Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman. Le'Veon Bell was A1 tier 1, but getting Latavius Murray and Devontae Freeman back to what really they should have had the opportunity to kind of be the main running back for a 3-year stint with the team. They never really got that opportunity, and now they're here on a potential championship winning team. The defense smothered Justin Herbert and made him look like a clown, made him look like a rookie, a bad rookie, not like a really great second-year player coming into his own. So this Ravens team all over the place. They're getting wins. John Harbaugh, he's playing, he's got the respect. The players love playing for him. They're going for it on kind of a little good, like a little kind of 50-50 situation. Should we run or should we kick the field goal? Should we go for it? Should we go for it on a 4th down? Should we try for the touchdown? All that. So he's a player's coach and all that. The defense is great. Lamar Jackson is almost unstoppable. We haven't seen him be stopped besides the interceptions, but they're still winning games. So Ravens at number 4. Alrighty, number 3 team is, we're going to bump this team up a little bit, is the Rams. Good win, dominant win over the Giants. Granted, it's the Giants. But Matthew Stafford's doing his thing here. I'm still a little concerned with, him going back to Cooper Kupp. Still would like to see Robert Woods get good, solid production every single game, not just a game that Cooper Kupp is struggling with. But overall, this Rams defense, that's what it is, folks. It's great. Sean McVay with Matthew Stafford, maybe one of the smartest offenses there is in the league. Matthew Stafford does need to shore up some accuracy problems on wide open throws, but other than that, this Rams team is getting it done, and hopefully that continues to grow and get better as the team progresses throughout the season. But this Rams team, they're winning games. Their defense is great. It's Matthew Stafford, the running back Darrell Henderson, Sony Michel. Running back by committee is truly getting it done here. And then Tyler Higbee, the tight end. Shout out to Tight End University. Always a scoring threat as well. So the Rams just have a very, very complete team, and they're getting it done. So Rams at 3. Cowboys are going to stay at number 2. A great win this week for Dak and the boys. Defense, offense struggling to really punch it in, not getting it done, and then the refs kind of making some bad calls about him not crossing the goal line and all that. But they were resilient. They found ways to win. They got it done in overtime, and they went into Bill Belichick's defense, where Tom Brady only put up 17 points and put up 30 plus points. Correct? They put up 17 or 35 points. 35 points. So they put up a lot of points right there, moved the ball. Zeke and Tony Pollard, great running back by committee. CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Dalton Schultz, all emerging fantastically here. And Dak Prescott slinging the ball around. Cowboys at 2. And the Cardinals will stay the number 1 team here, winning without their head coach. Absolutely fantastic. Missing a couple of offensive linemen, fantastic. Getting it done from start to finish. Nobody gave them credit. The Cardinals were +3. We took that. Great value this week, and they blew out the Browns, no problem. Defense getting it done. Offense getting it done. Scoring touchdowns. Having to settle for field goals, but not letting it kind of, bother them, and then they come right back out of halftime, keeping up the scoring pace as well. So this Cardinals team can literally do it all with their coach, without their coach, from behind, winning from the get-go. No worries. This Cardinals team is the most complete team, personnel-wise, schematically, offense, defense, and winning-wise. They've found ways to win games, and that's what it takes in the NFL, finding ways to win games depending on scenarios and game situation awareness. So Cardinals, they do it all to a T. Give them the respect and the credit they deserve. Cardinals still at number 1. So our top 10 heading into week 7 is Raiders at 10, Bengals at 9, Packers at 8, Titans at 7, Bills at 6, Bucks at 5, Ravens at 4, Rams at 3, Cowboys at 2, and the Cardinals still number 1. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We are back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, doing our Wednesday film study, our favorite day of the week here at Takes by Fans. We're definitely going to be breaking down Tua and all of his throws, showing y'all why he's the real deal and why I don't know why nobody's giving him credit, but we'll force we're about this close to forcing the credit on y'all, and I don't think y'all want that, but it's getting close to that point. 1 or 2 more tweets by blue check marks, and I'm about to lose it. And then we'll also see what else we have in store for us. But I know we're watching to 100%. Also, Teddy Bridgewater. What the hell is going on? I'm really starting to be a little disappointed in Teddy Bridgewater, and that kills me to say it. But we'll see what we get tomorrow, and we'll watch it all through. We'll talk it all through. But be prepared for it. We cannot wait. Alrighty, folks. We're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern. Hope you'll join us.